There's been so much written about your personal life in the tabloids this year. If you could clear up one misconception, what would it be?
Well, the truth is I don't really, know what people perceive me, or how they perceive me, but what I do know is when you reach a certain point in your career, you're placed in this unfair fishbowl, and things, unfortunately, they get magnified, and a lot of times they get devoid of a lot of truthfulness. And we are all human, and we are all not perfect, but the fact is that I love my family dearly, and I'm a great father, and it just saddens me that this is hurtful and being played out publicly. That's all. Congratulations on joining the team. Were you? Tell us how it came about. Were you a fan of the show? Well, I was a fan of the show, but the funny part is that I've been on so many different shows competing against CSI Miami for the past 7 years, and we've always failed. I don't know why, so finally I'm joining the winning team, which is good.
In the season opener, as you may know, we go back 12 years in time, and he's actually a homicide detective in Miami, and he makes such an impression on me that we invite him to the team in the future, which is great. So he's a part of the team. So that's neat, and immediately, because he's the real thing, he jumps in, so that's cool. What's interesting, the way the writers worked it out, is that my character was around in the beginning of CSI, when Miami PD actually first formed the division of CSI, and it was Callie's, it was Emily Proctor's first day, and it was my last day, and I left to go to Los Angeles to go be to take care of my father there, and then I became a police detective in Los Angeles. So I've been gone for the past 10 years or something like that. So when I come back in the second episode, everybody knows who I am already. They don't know why I'm coming back. They don't know what I'm doing here, but they know that who Jesse Cardoza is, which I thought was interesting. So how do you actually get reintroduced, or to the viewers for the first time introduced to that? Well, they just see the first episode. It's a flashback. Delco is in the hospital, on his deathbed, and he flashes back to 1997, and where he was at that time in 1997. He was a tow truck driver. What was going on in the police department? I was part of the police department. Horatio was part of the police department, and how this forensic kind of science was evolving in capturing criminals. And so then finally they decided that they wanted to form a team just specifically for that, for evidence collection. So you get to be in a flashback where you're 15 years younger. That's kind of nice. How do they do that? And I mean, you yourself are a picture of Dorian Gray. I mean, not that you've aged a bit in the past 15 years, but was there any special effects that they used, or? I have yet to see what I look 12 years, younger. I don't know. They didn't give you like a funny wig or anything like that? No, they gave me a funny hairdo, which everyone had in 1997. Okay. And they cleaned my face up, and that was it. Yeah, so we'll see. And I'm sure they put beautiful filters on and made it really soft light so everyone looks so lovely. No prosthetics, but they have a way to kind of enhance the film later. I think it's the Benjamin Button people, and so it's the real thing. It is amazing what they can do on the computer, so that's really kind of the age that we're entering into. What's it like working with David, and did he give you any advice about joining the team here, fitting in with the team? Well, David's great, and what's nice, like I said before, to come onto a show that's been on for this long, all the bugs are worked out. Mm-hmm. And if they're not worked out, then David squashes those bugs, and they get worked out pretty quickly. So you don't have to worry about anything. You just come here, and here we are on a Friday, and we're working at 7 in the morning, and we're going to be done at 7 at night, and you don't get that on a 1-hour drama. Usually on Fridays you're working until 2 or 3 in the morning, so you get to have a life. Our philosophy has always been to keep our eyes on our own plate, and we have a very specific group of people around the world that, have embraced us in many cultures, and so we're just keep trained on them and keep our commitment to them up, because that's where it's at. There's a real bond that's formed, and I don't know, we believe our people will be there as long as we treat them well and take that relationship seriously.
I'll blow your head off!
We have had a young man come in who is very distraught and takes some members of the team hostage, and it's a very, very tense situation. The room that we're filming in now is the actual hostage site, and we have the HT, which is the hostage taker, And always a dicey scenario because I'm opening the door. I don't know what I'm walking into. We're on the headset with him, and we can hear into the room. But when I open the door, you have no idea what you're going to face. And, of course, there's a loaded weapon there and a situation that is unstable. So what Horatio attempts to do and what he's somewhat good at is providing calm so that people can function and think clearly. And I'm fortunate to be able to get the young lady out of there.